Welcome to Laramie, Wyoming, and one of the highest elevations you will find in all of college football. And it is home to the Wyoming Cowboys, and they have a taste for the spicy brown mustard. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Utah.State.Aggies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cowboys will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Aggies offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stops. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs. 4th
down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So Wyoming's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of these guys' play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
On the return, it's Freeman. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. that could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Barnes. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, hey, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. He wants to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Makes a man miss. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bland. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Unloads it left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But, man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Anderson wants to throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
And the Cowboys will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On the ground, it's Briggs. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Just plowing down the field. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Fires to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10.
325.
Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Get it out on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Utah State. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. To the air, it's Barnes. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. A little screen to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Fires to the big fella. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're working that left side. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Anderson will throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And that's his 2nd sack of the day. And guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
Got it.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Hand off from the shotgun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Cowboys line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's Freeman. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He's taking the shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. To the air, it's Barnes. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Page. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Got his man downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Charlottesville. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Anderson wants to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. On the return, it's Freeman. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Paul. Try to get in range to get some kind of points beforehand.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Barnes. Looking for the end zone. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break up the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Aggies will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Cook. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. It's complete on the right side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Anderson will throw. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Wyoming! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Still on his feet at the 35. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Sweet feet on the move. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Finds a man on the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
On first and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally, you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept. I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. The 40, at the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Mount Hemingway. They're up by just 1 over Florida.
They'll throw it on first down.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On second down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Aggies with the 1st and 10.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The fair catch called for and made. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Anderson wants to throw. Fires left. It's caught. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense.
Get set. Get set.
The snap sets up to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
That makes the score. Utah.State 21, Wyoming 17.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now,
can anyone catch him? They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires to the tight end. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
That's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cook. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goal. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And wings it incomplete.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He fires to the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. He's going to pass. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they got him for the sack.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's Freeman. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man quickly. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. With jet sweep pass. On his feet at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Strong, firm tackle. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Anderson will throw. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Trying to pound their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They're going to ride this running back.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Barnes. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going for the big play. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 9 over Indiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And this really puts it out of reach. I mean, it was already a tall order, and you had to be aggressive in this situation. But now, with this turnover, this one's all but over.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
this one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Just about set to kick it away.
38, Wyoming, 17.
He'll bring it out. It's Bland. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And now on second down for this offense. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now,
got enough space. Touchdown, Aggies. And the pummeling has started. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
17.
Coming out with it, it's Cook. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
To the air on first down. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.